Hello and welcome to Friday Night Fright presents Comic Book Cavalcade 2020. Man, we're going to have some fun this month. Every episode in May, every day in May, there's going to be a brand new episode. It's going to be a mini review of a comic book movie. Yay, can't wait, hyped. So it's going to cover the gauntlet. It's going to be loads of MCU stuff. There's going to be some DC stuff probably. Might be some other stuff. There's going to be Flash recaps of Flash Season 2 every Tuesday. So it's going to be 4 or 5 of those, depending on how many Tuesdays are in May. But it's going to be tight, because I've also got a week off. Yay! Anyway, this is the intro Comic Book Cavalcade. So you'll hear this every day of the week, and then you'll hear an intro for the movie I'm covering that day, or TV show. Ooh, scary! Anyway, I'll be back after a brief word from our sponsor. Hello guys, it's Ian Austin here, Friday Night Fright fame, with a brand new episode of the Comic Book Cavalcade 2020. And today's episode deals with Thor Ragnarok, the sequel to Thor, the second sequel even, and a movie at the time that I thought was amazing because it did something completely different with 4 movies where it turned them into a comedy, aping on bats of stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy, which was always really funny. But while meaning to have the, remembering even to have the dramatic aspect. Sorry, I'm tired of just being for a run, so, fantastic. So, Thor Ragnarok, it's very much inspired by movies like Big Trouble. Very much inspired by movies like Big Trouble in Little China. Sorry, I can't get my vowels and or consonants out today. And it was a triumph of a movie, and really funny, really good, and kicked Thor up the arse and gave him a much needed boost for future movies. It did to Thor what Captain America Winter Soldier did for Captain America, which made him one of the flagship characters of the franchise even beyond what he already was. So, yeah, very much excited to watch this one. I'll be back after a brief word from our sponsors and when I've learned to breathe a bit better. So to pick up where we last left Thor off, in Avengers Age of Ultron, he realised that the Infinity Stones were out there and someone was playing an insidious game with them, a game of chess if you will. And at the end of Age of Ultron, Thor didn't realise that Thanos stole the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh no, what's he going to do with it? Well, this movie picks up sort of, just after that, where Thor has been around cosmos and he's got captured by a fire dragon. Thor manages to defeat Fire Dragon after realising that Loki is king of Asgard, and hijinks ensue involving Doctor Strange, Thor and Loki's sister Hela, Odin's past, I guess you can say the Old Testament and New Testament versions of Odin, the Old Testament one being a warlord, as we kind of explored sort of in Thor 2, and the new version being Benevolent King. It's that hypocrisy. And yep, wackiness ensues. This movie is directed by Taika Waititi. Sorry if I get the name wrong. And it is a blast from start to finish. It's a really, really good movie because this movie remembers the parts of Thor, the original, that worked best with Chris Hemsworth doing comic relief stuff. So it gives him lots of comic relief stuff to do while remembering putting just enough drama, but not enough to outstay the egg, if you will. So yeah, it's a devastatingly fun movie. I mean, the flaw you could make is maybe dramatic stuff isn't quite as good as it should have been because you're dealing with Shakespearean themes, forgotten family, betrayal, lies, misleading children as their full potential and stuff like that. And the movie doesn't really explore any of that in detail. And on one hand, you could call that flaw, but on the other hand, you could go the worst parts of the first 2 movies were all the Shakespearean stuff because they didn't do it properly. So if they're not going to do Shakespearean stuff properly, why don't they amp up the funny stuff? And they do. And there's enough character development in here to be a watchable, enjoyable movie and solid entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And at the same time, it's fun to see how the 4 characters have progressed over the trilogy while adding new characters into the mix. Literally adding a new character in Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, who is a wonderful addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A really cool character who's was part of Odin's original Old Testament Asgard and was pulled into a Devil's Anus wormhole, and then it's part of Thor's New Testament Asgard. Yay, New Testament, I guess you could say. And also the biggest and strongest Avenger of them all, Hulk, is in this movie, and he's fantastic too. Mark Ruffalo really getting a grip on who Hulk is and being able to play different shades of him. Previously on cinema, and mainly in comic books, Hulk's being an angry guy, and that's always been, and Banner's been determined to get rid of Hulk. And here it seems like they're trying to form some sort of balance between them, a friendship, if you will, which is a nice twist and really gives Mark Ruffalo some great stuff to work with, because he gets played comic relief human on an alien planet, doesn't really know what's going on, and very scared and angry, and Hulk is loving it because Hulk's a celebrity. This is a loose adaptation of Planet Hulk storyline from comic books, and it's really, really, really good. Like, they do a great job taking the gist of it, including characters like Korg and Meek from comic books, who are given a makeover for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but fitting nicely. And a lovely turn from Jeff Goldblum to Grandmaster, a immortal alien games master, I guess you could say, who may or may not be related to Collector. They don't really dwell on it, but who knows? It would be amazing to see Jeff Goldblum and Benicio Toro share a scene together, but maybe Marvel will get them, maybe they won't. And also has a great cameo from Doctor Strange, as the post-credit sequence in Doctor Strange indicated. I don't know what else you can say about this movie. It's really great. It's just a really fun movie. It's well acted. It's well directed. It's got witty as his script. I mean, apparently he improvised a fair bit, right down to seeing, I believe, where Chris Hemsworth is Thor talks about a story when he was a kid where Loki turned into a snake and bit him, which has some amazing reactions from Mark Ruffalo and Tessa Thompson while the story's being told, and Tom Hiddleston having a good laugh about it. And who can forget Tom Hiddleston's Loki too? After maybe amping up the arch villain a tad much during Thor 2, here he gets to really embrace the ridiculousness of concept. The fact that, like, Thor and Loki's morality and Valkyrie's morality is so unlike anyone else's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where Loki can betray Thor time after time, and it takes Thor 1,500 years to finally go, I've had enough of this, which is cool. It's like they just don't, they have an orange morality, if you will. So it's fascinating that after all this madness, Thor still doesn't want to kill Loki. It's kind of cool, really. And it adds to a movie which ends with a big fight that's the other problem I suppose I have with the movie. Hela, as played by Cate Blanchett, is good and interesting, but for how powerful she is, it's never really sold on screen particularly. And they amp up the aspects of it. They really amp them up and amp them up and amp them up. But in the end, it just feels like a bunch of noise more than anything. It's almost like they had their idea of what they needed to achieve to get into Infinity War, and that was it. And they didn't really come up with the most interesting way of getting there. But overall, it's a really good movie. I wouldn't say it's good as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 or 2 in terms of the space cosmic stuff. I think those movies have handled the mix between comedy and drama better. But I would say this is a very, very entertaining movie, and on its own merits, it's really, really fun. It's not up to the level of something like Big Trouble in Little China, which is trying to emulate how inept Thor is for a lot of this movie. But at the same time, it does have that amazing sequence where Thor gets his ultimate power up at the end to the brilliant tune of the Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, which is a fantastic, fantastic sequence. But the movie peaks there and then continues for a bit longer. And yeah, it turns into a bit of noise. But overall, really good. 4 out of 5. Easily best Thor movie. And continues Marvel's best face so far. So yay! Hopefully, rewatches of Black Panther and Avengers Endgame will continue things down the line of awesomeness in this phase. Anyways, my name's Ian Austin. Life is beautiful. And I'll be back tomorrow with Black Panther.